James Cash.
GMG, GS9 shit.
Oh, they don't really want no drama. Man, they better stop playing with me.
What's good, YouTube? This is James Cash, producer and engineer of Uncle Murda and Bobby Shmurda's new single, Body Dance, featured on World Star Fight Compilation 50. After we recorded Murda, we got Bobby to lay his verse down. I did the first few rough mixes, then we sent it out to get polished for radio play. Now I'm gonna take you step by step how I made the beat, and I'm gonna show you how Boss does it. So I made this beat on Ableton. I started out with the brass section. I layered it a few times. I started out with the intro. I laid the keys down and the chords down on the keyboard. And then it drops when it hits the hook. Drops and you'll hear staccato. You know what I'm saying? It has that nice drop to it. Adds like a little cinematic depth to it. High energy, you know. I like the way it sounds. It's crisp, you know. I layered other instruments, you know. I did two choir, you know. I layered two choirs together to get that nice big choir feel, you know what I'm saying? Sounds like this. Here's the one choir. And here's the other choir. I put an 808 sub bass on there. Made it sound extra distorted, extra grime. I wanted it to have that real trunk shaker feel to it, you know? Sounds dope. Probably it's gonna be hard to hear because it's so low, but you'll hear it when it changes octaves because it changes a few times. I added these tubular bells to it. I wanted to give it like that, you know, like the trap feel to it, but I wanted it to be more high energy, so I had the bells going simultaneously. Like it started out with just one bell in the intro, which is this right here. This is just the intro, and then it drops in. You'll hear it just going simultaneously, and it just, you know, has that high energy feel to it, that high energy trap type feel to it, get you going. It's like some fight night type shit, you know. On the intro, I added these two alarms. I layered them together just to give it extra depth, you know what I'm saying? Like I just layered them on top of each other, just, you know, to give it that Bobby Shmurda type feel, that shmoney dance, hot nigga type feel, and I think it came, you know what I'm saying? It really came out great. This is the second one. First one is this one. And then it drops into the beat. Then I got the sample. This is like that normal like string stab sample, like you hear it a lot in like cardiac beats, vibe. You know what I'm saying? You hear it a lot nowadays. But I took it and I reversed it, so I made it more of a transition, less of a melody. You know what I'm saying? Less of a melody, more of a transition. It sounds like this. And that's right before it drops into the beat, so it's like this. And it drops into the beat. I got this drum roll that I made. It's a bunch of, this is really like only a few samples I used in this. Everything was played out, you know, all these are VSTs, and I played them out by key. And I made this one drum roll out of a bunch of different samples because I wanted less of a trap type transition. I want like the hi-hats, like the hi-hat rolls, those fast ones, you know, it's like you hear that so much lately. So what I did was I took samples and I chopped them up from real drum rolls, and it came out like this. That transitions from hook to verse, verse to hook, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a transition roll, so. drums. Just, you know, 808 trap drums. Nice kick with, you know, it has a nice punch to it, nice low end. And I also laid another kick. It's more of a stomp that I layered on it, and it has nice depth to it. Makes it sound like very like cinematic. I'll show you this. You know, like the regular like punchy like trap type kicks, you know. So give that like low end punch to it, so that when you listen on a system, just knocks, you know, like it has that knock to it. And then I had, you know, these cymbals right here. To give it that high end, you know, high end frequencies. You know, sounds good, sounds full. Hi-hats, you know, the hi-hat rolls sound great, you know, gives it that nice high to it. And that's about it for this beat. I mean, it was mostly just VSTs, like, you know, played out, not too many samples. You know, that's what we were kind of aiming for. You know, like when I showed them this beat, they wanted something with, you know, that didn't have too many samples. We don't want, you know, we want it fresh. We wanted it fresh. So, you know, this beat really, you know, came out great. Like after they spit their verses on it, it came out perfect. It came out like how we thought it was gonna sound. After we got, you know, Shmurda on and everything, this is, you know what I'm saying, like this was a hit, right? You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a hit right here. And I'm just getting started. I got more videos coming out on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, you know, thank you.
Nah, I just scored the body dance. I just scored the body dance. I worked the way doing that. I just scored the body dance. Not the one to play with. Yeah, that's my new name. In the club for Dolo, they gon' take Kuche. Not the one to play with.